Well, hello, everyone. How are you today? Hope you are enjoying the sunshine coming in through the windows or out and about. My name is Lisa Filter, and I have my business partner here on the other side, Michelle Rathmel. We're with This Magic Moment Bridal Studio, and we are bringing to you today Erin Calvamontes with Divine Celebrations. Welcome, Erin. We are so excited to have you.
Hi everyone.
Yay. Oh my gosh. We love Erin. Yes, we love Erin. We've known Erin for quite some time. We've been out in Las Vegas together for some wedding MBA planning and all this awesome stuff. But Erin has been an amazing wedding planner in the Pittsburgh area, as well as done some weddings in India too, which is pretty darn cool. You look at some of her stuff. So if you have any questions while you're on with us, please put them in the comments and we'll try to answer them as best as possible. If not, we'll get them to Erin to answer for you, or we can help you get in touch with her. So welcome, Erin. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got in the wedding planning business and why you're so passionate about it? Because I know you love it.
Thank you. Well, first I want to toast you guys. I thought this was like, Wine Tuesday. So toast you guys. Trying to watch a few of your segments, and I love that you guys are doing this. You're putting together such great information out there for, couples getting married. Like with the interview from Tin Man Suites was so much fun. And then Dan from Studio Raw and a couple other ones. So kudos to you guys.
Thank you. We love visiting with you guys.
We're having the best time. This is so much fun.
It seems like you guys are having a good time. I'm loving it. So I'm Erin with Divine Celebrations. We started this company. I've been in the industry a little over 30 years, so I'm not quite new at it. We started Divine Celebrations here in Pittsburgh about 20 some years ago. And we specialize in luxury events, like you mentioned, Indian, South Asian weddings. But we do any wedding based on, what their budgets are, what their dates are, that kind of stuff. What was the other question? Sorry.
No, just how you got in the business and why you're so passionate about it, and a little bit about your company.
Okay, so my husband and I are both photographers by trade. So way back 30 plus years ago, there was no such thing as planners. So photographers were asked, how do you do this and when do you do that? And hey, do you know somebody who, sells dresses? And so we were giving them information and doing their timelines and things like that. So once everything became digital, we kind of dropped the photography end of it and just stayed with the planning end. And it snowballed to this. We love it. Why I'm so passionate. I absolutely love helping couples de-stress from their planning. One of the best things I love is on the wedding day to have the couples see their ballroom and just see the enjoyment, smiles on their faces with the less stress, and having them literally enjoy their event.
And that's so key. The whole, I think that's what all of us as vendors, if we really care and love what we do, that's our primary purpose, is to make sure these brides and grooms and all the members are just enjoying themselves, that they're relaxed, they're not stressed. And you even had that in your information on Facebook and on your website about just letting these brides and grooms be guests at their party and not have to worry about anything. And I loved that.
Right, yeah, we absolutely want to make sure that they're guests at their own events, and especially their parents. Their parents often are running around, where's the cake? Where's this? How did this get set up? Oh, I have to be down here and setting up the favorite. No, go enjoy yourself with your child and young adult getting married, and be with them and enjoy your guests, and let us take over all the backstage handlings of everything so that you really can enjoy it, because it goes so fast. Some of these are 5 hours, 6 hours long, and they've been planning for months, sometimes years, to put it together. So yeah, we enjoy that quite a bit.
Yeah,
it strikes me that your plan is very luxury. It seems very what I would expect from a high-end vacation, not having to worry about the details. So that appeals to a lot of people, especially me. And I bet you it's going to appeal to a lot of people after this situation that we're going through right now. They're going to be looking for that touch of luxury.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's not even luxury. It's, for us, to do it. It's our job, and it's what we really enjoy. So again, no matter what the budget is, whether it's a small intimate wedding or a guest with 1,000 people, or a wedding with 1,000 people, we still go at each wedding the same way to make sure that the couple, the family, and certainly the guests are enjoying themselves and not having to worry about too much of the details going on.
That's
Absolutely. Great. And you're pulling together all of the vendors too, because you can't have each vendor work independently. They have to work together for it to come off smoothly and not drive the bride and groom crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of our biggest focuses, is making sure that we build a team of wonderful vendors that worked well together, that are responsible, respectful, and we can count on.
Awesome. Awesome. So amongst all of this, since we've had a little time at home to do lots of planning, even though poor Erin's been sick, but she's recovering now and feeling so much better, except for allergy season as everything is blue.
I apologize for coughing.
It's crazy. Drink more wine, drink more wine. Beth got on and said it's wine every day.
Love it.
We agree, Beth. Absolutely. But Erin, tell us about, you have just developed something, and I think this is awesome for our area, called luxury micro weddings. Tell us more.
Yeah, so we actually launched it yesterday on Facebook and have over 100 likes. So if anybody wants to go on our Facebook page, Luxury Micro Weddings, go ahead and like it, and you'll find out some information. The website is also luxurymicroweddings.com. But we put this together, we've been thinking about it for a few months. When the NOAA event centers closed, our hearts went out to some of these brides and grooms that were not able, that lost their venue, within anywhere between 2 weeks to 2 months of having their wedding. So we actually helped about 15 couples find new venues at no charge. We were just like, what's your budget? Do you have to keep your caterer, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of them were going from the 150 to 200 guests, wanting to go down to more of a micro, 50 guests grouping. So we thought about this, and now with COVID going on, I'm watching a lot of what's going on in the wedding websites, excuse me, in the Facebook groups. And a lot of them are trying to go with smaller, more intimate weddings. So we came up with this luxury micro weddings, and what it is the couples will have their choice of several different luxury venues. So for instance, the Hotel Monaco, Omni William Penn, and Westin, just to name a few. And they will be able to choose dates that the venues have pre-selected. And then from there, we take care of everything. Literally, except for the dress, everything will be included. And that's where you amazing ladies come in to have them do their dresses.
But we got them, no problem.
Floral, let me see, I have to look at my cheat sheet here. The floral hair and makeup for the bride, ribbon wands for the ceremony, officiant, music, favors for the guests, photographer, invitations, cake, and we will actually do the RSVP management as well.
Wow.
Venue and the date, they get 2.5 hours of amazing event celebration, 50 guests at their selected venue. And then they can also do upgrades to the vendors as well. So maybe they want to extend their dinner to a sit down and add an extra hour. They can do that with the venue. There's lots of different options that they can do.
That's so wonderful. And to just, just to say, I'm getting back to work. We're getting back to life. We're so busy as it is. You handle it. You've been doing this for 30 years. I'm going to give you my dreams. I'm going to give you my ideas, and I know you're going to execute them for me. That's a blessing for so many people.
You were asking earlier about the cost. Typically, an average wedding costs anywhere between $35,000 to $50,000. What we've done is taken all the vendors with their pricing plus the venue, and typically this package would be $18,000 to $20,000. We're actually doing 20% right now. You heard it here first. So the packages will be about $12,000, but everything. And like I said, they can do upgrades. They get to pick out their own invitations. We don't choose it for them. They also get to pick their own colors for the ribbons, and a few other things that they'll absolutely be able to take care of. But we take a lot of the stress out of it for them.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
So wonderful. So for anybody that's watching and for brides that watch this, and if you want that information, we will put the website for both Divine Celebrations and Luxury Micro Weddings below here, so you can easily click. Erin has a beautiful little kind of spreadsheet that gives you some of those details and the people, you know, the different vendors that are involved in all of it, so that you can briefly take a look at it and see that, and then you can contact Erin and have more conversations on how to proceed with your wedding, whether you want to do this micro, quick, you know, couple hour wedding, or do you want to plan for that big lavish wedding or something in between. There's something for everybody.
Absolutely. And if they do want to plan for that bigger, more extravagant wedding and need our help, we actually have 3 different basic packages for the couples. We have our full service, which is start to finish, soup to nuts, everything from budget drafting to setting up all your vendors, very detailed timeline, managing your event between now and then also being there on the day of to make sure that everything is going smoothly and you can be a guest at your own wedding. We also have a partial service, which is just a little bit of a taste of what we do. It's a little more limited, but you have more control over, the couple has more control over who they hire, and they can, you know, choose more things for themselves and use us, you know, just occasionally for things. And then we have what's called our month of. If I can come on day of, do not allow them to do that. It's almost impossible for someone to know exactly how you want everything just showing up on the day. So we do month of, and we collect your information, we get information on who your vendors are, we manage that for you, we can connect with them and make sure your layout is right, your timeline is good, communicate with the DJ, what time are you showing up, what kind of setup do you need, and then actually have people the day of to manage that for you, making sure that the couples are feeling comfortable and the families are feeling comfortable and all the behind the scenes stuff is taken care of. And then of course our new luxury micro wedding special package.
Right. Yeah. Because if you wait till that day and you don't know who you're dealing with and they don't remember or know who to deal with either, you don't know what's going on, especially if there's a little bit of adjustment in times or just whatever may happen with weather or conditions and different ceremony, because a lot are outside and having to move them in and where it goes. So yeah, I think a month would definitely be, well, do the whole thing. But if you have to, do a month.
Yeah, because then we can calmly and quietly and, you know, very detailed get a lot of the information from the couple. But also what we don't do on the day of, ever try to need to go directly to the couple themselves. We always get a second person, not in the immediate family. So it could be an auntie, it could be a best friend, you know, someone other than the couple. So if the cake doesn't show up and maybe he's running a little late, I can go to that aunt and say, okay, don't panic. Just want to let you know this is happening, you know, just so that you know what's going on. Don't tell the couple right now. But this, you know, they're already stressing out about little things.
And sometimes they don't need to know. They'll find out later and they'll be like, what? Oh, that's okay. I didn't know about it.
Right. And I could probably write a book about things that have happened at weddings that the couples never knew about. And they're like, well, what happened? Doesn't matter. We took care of it.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's why you need a wedding planner, because you don't want to know all that. And you handle that on a regular basis. So you know how to take care of it calmly, collectively, and get everyone online.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is our full-time business. So it's not a part-time hobby for us. Excuse me. And we typically try to do 15 to 20 events throughout the year. Recently, we've done a couple virtual events, which has been uniquely challenging, but the families and couples have been wonderful.
Yes, we're seeing some more of those people getting married in their backyards or driveways. Mom and dad are on Zoom calls. They're getting all dressed up and they're each having, like, they've dropped off some like goodies and favors and cakes, and then they're sitting down and having dinner, and everyone's having dinner at their house and planning for the party later on, but still want to get married on this special date that they had been dreaming of. And so
Absolutely.
cool, unique things are happening, but there's still some workings to get them all together.
It is, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I think my favorite one that I read about recently was in New York City. The couple was on one street corner. They hired a saxophonist on another street corner, and they played music. They danced under the street light, and their family drove in between them.
I saw that. Yeah, they actually got married. Yeah, I believe they actually got married in the church, but came out to do their first dance
on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Makes you want to cry when you hear these great stories. They're so good. They're so good. We need those today.
Social distancing, I've seen some things on Facebook, and it just makes me shake my head that people are taking their life in their own hands by not social distancing enough and allowing too many people from different places to be around them. But stories like that was definitely heartwarming.
I know. These drive-bys, we're going to have to start decorating our cars on a regular basis a little bit better.
Yeah.
Show them off on the highways. So that's fantastic. So give us some tips about brides. Like some things they need to know about when they start planning their wedding, some things that they need to know about, like if they would decide to, work with a wedding planner, work with someone like you, what are some of the things that, you really start to hone in and guide them on that they're not going to find in the book, that they're not going to see online a lot of times, and that they just need a little more guidance and hand-holding.
Absolutely. So as far as tips, is that what you're, okay. So one of the things that we even tell all of our couples, the first thing we want you to do is to come up with a very detailed guest list from all sides, your friends and family, your parents, get them to put everything together, because oftentimes, right out of the gate, we'll ask couples, well, how many guests are you thinking? Oh, 100, 200. Well, you just literally doubled your guest list, which literally doubled your whole budget. So 100 to 200 or 200 to 400.
And those numbers add up fast when you put two families together.
And it ends up, well, three, right? Because then the couple have their friends and family, mom and dad, and the other mom and friends and coworkers. So really narrow that down and get that first, even before talking about budget, because your guest list is going to run what your budget is. Once you do that, and what we do is go over a budget draft. We literally go over every vendor that the couple will need. So if you want, what's your idea of a perfect venue? If you want, what kind of food do you want? Do you want to sit down? Do you want a buffet? Stations, and then photographer, videographer, DJ versus band, all of those different vendors. Look at their Pinterest, which is first. It gives us a good idea of what the style of this couple is. So if they have a lot of very tall, bushy, luxury centerpieces, I know what their floral bill is going to be. But if they have more camp style, then I also know what their budget could be, and I put together a very detailed budget. Our detailed budget could be out of what their ideal budget is, but at least it gives them a reality check, and from there, we help them narrow it down. So, if you're hiring a planner, don't worry too much about your solid budget, because if you're dealing with a professional planner, they're going to be able to help guide you to not only knowing what a realistic budget is, but also helping you narrow down and fit the vendors within a comfortable budget for you.
Yep. It just helps organize it, because it's a lot to coordinate and a lot of different people. And there's so many out there in the city of Pittsburgh or wherever you're going to have your event. Just trying to find the right people that are going to do the things that you like and that you enjoy and that's in your price range and that you get along with. Because some people, like the DJ, they're going to be a big presence in your wedding. So you want someone you're really going to like.
Absolutely.
As said, DJs are the best. They are. They get the party hopping. Our friend Bat.
Okay, yeah.
She's drinking wine with you, I think, right now. She's probably cranking some good tunes.
Things like that. I mean, even if you're planning your own wedding on your own without hiring us, but you can still call it. Definitely do some research on your vendors. Don't just pick people on price, because I'm telling you, you really do get what you pay for in this industry. And for instance, DJs, they will make or break your reception.
Yep.
One who is maybe familiar with your venue, who has a good reputation, and don't feel bad about asking them for referrals. Not just mom and dad saying, oh yeah, my son's great, but venue, call the venue that they worked at, call different vendors that they've worked with, whether it's a planner, a florist, whatever, and definitely past clients, to make sure that they're going to work well with you, and be professional.
Absolutely. Those are huge tips.
Yes, nothing's more awkward than the DJ letting somebody stand up and sing a song.
Oh, or just dead space.
Or dead space.
Dead
Exactly.
space. Or someone, I actually, story, I did not love my wedding. We actually had a drunk, my cousin's drunk, now ex-husband. We didn't even know the guy. He walked up to the DJ and grabbed the microphone and said, I want to make a toast. And he was like so sloppy. And my husband and I are looking at each other like, this guy. So take it from me. You do not want people to. We had a
I
lot.
know. I was a guest at a wedding and somebody grabbed the mic and started singing "Strokin'."
Yeah, like where did that come from? So yeah,
I know.
definitely make sure that you're hiring reputable vendors. Even photographers. And I love so many photographers out there, but there are so many people who get a fully automatic camera with autofocus, and now they think that they're professional photographers, and they don't know how to set up a shot, don't know how to watch, to when, like the kiss is coming, things like that. So really, really do your homework on your vendors.
Yep. So, and Michelle even one day filled in as a day of coordinator. She said, oh my gosh, she was so exhausted. You can tell the story.
I guess, I don't know. I bit
She
off more than I
recommends
could
a
chew.
wedding planner all the time.
Yes, I do. I recommend a wedding planner to everybody because I had a friend whose daughter was getting married. She said, you're familiar with the wedding industry. Why don't you help me out? I thought I was going to die. I was never more exhausted, never more confused. The pastor pulled me over to the side and said, if you plan on doing this as a living, you might want to practice.
Oh no.
So it was bad.
Oh,
Not
no.
my forte, and I apologize to them if they didn't. They actually didn't know how stressed I was until afterwards. I think they realized how much I was actually dealing with in the back end, and I could not believe all the questions coming at me and all the requests, and I didn't know. I wasn't part of the whole planning position. I
No,
was
you were
just going to
just there
help
that
out.
day, and that's not your job.
Yeah, I didn't know what to tell the band. I didn't know what to tell the caterers. I didn't know what to tell the florist. It was crazy.
I know, and I see that on Facebook all the time, or we have someone going, oh, well, we don't need a planner. My cousin is going to step in and she's going to take care of the details. Hey, good luck. Like, they don't understand, because as the planner, as you now understand, when all the vendors find out you have a day of coordinator, they're bombarding you. They're not going to the bride, they're not going to the grooms, or they're not going to their parents. They're going to you, and they need answers. And you're like, I didn't ask that question. I don't know.
You're like, who is that person?
Right, but kudos to you though, Michelle, because you didn't panic. You didn't show them panic. So that's your professionalism anyway. When you're doing like your virtual wedding dress shopping, which I wanted to also give you guys kudos for.
Thank you.
You have brides and couples coming into your shop. You guys have to direct them to, and they're already very nervous. You guys have to direct them to be calm. Do you love the dress? If not, look, we got 560,000 different styles. Let's put you in one. Professionalism came in.
Yes, no stress for the bride.
Michelle,
we never want to see her stressed.
So good.
I think that's where our number one thing is making sure that there's little to no stress. Because they'll stress out at the littlest thing. Oh my God, I have a string out. Somebody cut this off. Don't pull it. What am I going to do?
Don't pull it.
Simple.
Don't pull it.
Purple.
Never pull. Never.
sometimes the littlest thing can set them off because they're already so, on edge or nervous and excited. And, there's so many different things going on with them. So we definitely want to make sure that the least stress coming from everything else.
We all want that in life. As least stress as possible. Let's relax, take a deep breath, and let's try to enjoy the moment and have fun and have some wine.
Yeah, it's professionals like you, Erin, that make what we do even easier, because when we're telling the brides not to worry about it, we truly know the vendors are going to also be helping them not worry about it. And that's why we ask them, we're like, who are you using for photography? Who are you doing for planning? And when they drop a name that we know is top notch, we're singing the praises. We're like, don't worry, you're in best hands ever. And you guys give us confidence to give them confidence. So we appreciate that. Keep doing a good job.
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about another part of Divine Celebrations that you have. I love this part, and it's the Pittsburgh South Asian Bridal Show. And it was supposed to go off in April, but we got something to happen in the way. So it's moved to June 28th, 2020 at the Doubletree Marriott in Monroeville. Tell everyone about this Pittsburgh South Asian Bridal Show, because it's awesome.
Thank you. So we, as I said earlier, we do have a specialty, a specialized niche, I guess, that we do South Asian weddings, which are Indian and Muslim weddings. Typically, they run 3 to 4 days at a time, with anywhere between 500 to 1,000, 1,500 people, and we call it organized chaos. But a lot of our couples were starting to hire vendors from all over the country. We had in from New York and California and Canada, and they were bringing in photographers and such from India. And we're like, why are you doing that? We have such amazing vendors right here in our Pittsburgh area. So we thought, okay, being a planner, we do understand that we're a luxury item. We're not, it's not like a photographer. Everybody has to have a photographer. You have to have a DJ or a band. You have to have a dress. And we want to try to make our vendors are kept busy. They're kept working. So we put together the Pittsburgh South Asian Bridal Show. This will be our 9th year, I think. 8th year. Excited about it. And we're a very boutique show, so there's no white dresses at our wedding show. But we do have a lot of, typically we do a beautiful fashion show with a lot of Indian colors and the beautiful bridal gowns. This year we might not, just because of the social distancing. But we also have some of the most top-notch vendors in Pittsburgh. So for instance, Goldstein Photography is one of our photographers. We have Ice Creations. A lot of the venues I can't think of.
That's okay. That's okay.
Go on our website and see Pittsburgh South PGHSABridal.com, or our Facebook Pittsburgh South Asian Bridal Show. But it is geared towards the South Asian community so that they can come and shop for things that pertain to their wedding. So, for instance, a lot of the North Indian families do what's called a barat, and they have to have a white horse that comes out. It's called carriage limousine, and they actually come out with white horses, all dressed up in the Indian outfit, and so that pertains to their. We have a company called Peacock Creation that does a beautiful job with. It's called a mandap, which is like a huppah, but it's a ceremony staging for the Indian community. So it just pertains. We have had non-Indian couples come through our show because they take the vendors, and they can shop as well, or for their vendors for their weddings as well, like the photographers. Peacock Creations does Indian weddings. They can do beautiful backdrops and beautiful huppahs, and Ice Creations does beautiful ice sculptures. They did the Taj Mahal ones. They did an elephant where the trunk was the liquor chute, right? So that was a lot of fun. But they They really can do anything. So any couples out there that have been missing their wedding shows, feel free to come. We moved it to June 28th, knock on wood. Hopefully we'll be able to have it. We're also going to be doing it a non-touch show. So they won't be able to shake hands with vendors or take their business card, but we will have the QR code for every vendor. So in getting your information, you can take your phone, zap their QR code, and everything is downloaded.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. That's good.
Be able to talk to them and come and see their wares and see the beautiful setups that Peacock Creations does. And
well, yeah, the setups and the colors are just unbelievable. So even if you're not having an Asian wedding, there's still so many creative ideas that you can get, and so many great vendors that you can get, and just have an experience and go and enjoy yourself, like you said. And start planning your wedding and start doing some dreaming. So those are all great things. So Erin, thank you so much for joining us. You gave us such great information, such good tips. And if anybody is interested in one of these smaller micro weddings, this is a great opportunity, a unique opportunity happening in the city of Pittsburgh. And with Erin's connections and all of the vendors and the top vendors that she works with, they're able to put this together so seamlessly that it works so well together. And so it can make a very stress-free day for somebody who, it's just a perfect opportunity for somebody who really doesn't want or doesn't have the time or the patience or the nerves to handle all of the planning on their own. So, but thank you for coming along. And we highly recommend anyone that needs a wedding vendor, please talk to Erin. She is amazing. She is wonderful. And she will bring so much value, more value than what she charges to your wedding.
Thank you. And again, kudos to you ladies for all you've been doing. I love these segments, and hopefully life will get back to a Abby normal, to where we can get together and have drinks without having a screen between us.
I know, face to
face. I know. I can't wait to go to another steakhouse with you guys and select wine and have caviar. That was so much fun.
All right. Everyone have a wonderful day. We are here for you. If you need us, let us know. We're here to help you in any way we can, through wedding or through life. Love you all. Bye-bye.